so incredible is going to come, it should have been a no-brainer. What are you saying, Joseph? Pharaoh, I'm saying, if we save, I didn't say stop living. Wait a minute. Live out of your regular.
Right.
Enjoy the plenty. Pharaoh, all I'm suggesting is get somebody that will help the people save 20% of the great. I don't never get to do nothing. Do all you need to do out of the plenty.
Yeah.
Because the regular paid all your bills.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The plenty was your splurge.
Right.
You know, poker like pocket change. That was the pocket change. It came out of the plenty. He said, now, what you all up in the great for? And look at the graciousness of God. Look there, he didn't say take 100% of the great.
Right.
Just 20% of the great. So he still allowed you to enjoy on some level, if you wanted to, 80% of the great.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Watch this. 1/5 of the produce of the whole land in the 7 plenteous years, year by year. So you ought to do it 7 times. Now, the leader is leading the officers who are helping in 34. Come on, 35, and
let them gather all the food of these good years that are coming and lay up grain under the direction and authority of Pharaoh.
Come on.
And let them retain food in fortified granaries in the cities.
Stop. So now, it takes time to build these storehouses.
Yeah.
This ain't never happened before. Wow. Watch this. So, get themselves together. As this food comes in, we gotta have somewhere for it to go. What are we gonna do when we store it up? 36.
And that food shall be put in store for the country against the 7 years of hunger and famine that are to come upon the land of Egypt, so that the land may not be ruined and cut off by the famine.
Stop. Who did this dream come to?
Pharaoh.
Who just happened to be the leader of what country?
Egypt.
Where is the 7 plenty going to happen at?
Egypt.
So God intended for this heathen king, who was a leader of a heathen people, I'm going to bless them.
My goodness.
All I need to see is, can the heathen follow direction?
Wow.
Anybody hear nothing I'm saying?
He can speak to them too. And that's,
Watch this. Watch this. To enjoy 100% of the regular, 100% of the plenty, and 80% of the great. I just need to know, can somebody hold back 20% of the great?
Jesus.
You got something?
Hold on.
Watch this.
I'm getting some.
If you do this, look at the last one, 36, so that the land
may not be ruined and cut off by the famine.
This is all Joseph talking. Watch this. I'm trying to get you somewhere. 37.
And the plan seemed good in the eyes of Pharaoh and in the eyes of all his servants.
And 36, when he finished talking, Pharaoh and his leaders had a quick meeting. Sound good to me. Sound good to me too. Can you? Now you know that gonna well. Don't even look over here. What? Who gonna do it? Watch this. 38.
And Pharaoh said to his servants,
Here he comes.
can we find this man's equal, a man in whom is the Spirit of God?
He asked his people, do we have anybody good as him? Now imagine that. This dude was just, this is an ex-con.
Yeah, he just approved.
He was in prison for rape, which in that day and time was, the sentence was death. Now, why he ain't dead, I don't know. So this is what you would call a convicted felon who is standing before Pharaoh and he asking his people, we anybody good as this man? Y'all listen to God all day and all
Come
night.
on now.
See, now we know he wasn't a felon because he was lied on.
Yeah.
And it don't matter. Some of us are living under a lie right now. It don't matter what somebody has labeled you. Can you still serve God?
All right.
Anybody hear me? Because as long as we can serve God through the label may have us living in a low place for a long time.
Yeah.
But if we don't stop serving God, God can move us from the low place to the high place in the same day.
All right.
Watch this. We got anybody good as him? Here it comes. 39.
And Pharaoh said to Joseph, for as much as your God has shown you all this,
Because we ain't seen nothing.
there is nobody as intelligent and discreet in understanding and wise as you are.
Here it comes.
You have charged...
Wait. You're hired. You hear that?
Yeah.
We'll read that on. The Bible says he was 30 years old when this happened. What experience does Joseph have?
In that specific category?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Watch this. But when you serve God, whom God calls, he does.
Yes.
If God, Jamie, puts you in the spot, what are you looking funny for? If God called you to the spot, get to moving.
Yeah.
I don't care that you ain't never done it. I don't care that you ain't never been this high in management. Get used to it. Because if God puts you there, he is fully capable of sustaining you where he placed you.
Amen.
Watch this. Watch this. Now, ready or not? He had to shave, y'all. Earlier that day, he's in prison. He's standing before Pharaoh now. Not only a location change, but a level change.
Yeah.
40. You shall what?
You shall have charge over my house.
You're not hearing Pharaoh. Come on.
All my people shall be governed according to your word.
Now, if you marking something, you got to mark that. Everybody in the country will be governed. That means ruled by or according to your. They're used to hearing me.
Yeah.
They better get used to hearing you. Watch this.
With reverence, submission, and obedience.
He's a foreigner. He ain't no Egyptian. And he got a record. A criminal record. Who Pharaoh think going to follow him? Pharaoh don't have a meeting with the people. Okay, I'm going to elevate this man, and I just want to have a meeting to see if y'all are cool with that. Is that okay with everybody? Because I'm going to need y'all to follow him. Anybody opposed? All those who are in favor? He don't have no meeting. Because see, that's what real leaders do. They make decisions.
Yeah.
Get in where you fit in.
Yeah.
He don't meet with them. I done elevated you. Watch this. How far does this go, Pharaoh? Only?
In matters of the throne will I be greater than you are.
Did you hear that? This was a position that did not exist before today.
That's crazy.
He is almost like assistant Pharaoh. He's like vice Pharaoh.
Yeah.
A position that didn't exist before today.
Yeah.
But when it's God, God will make a position for you.
Yes.
He sure will.
He'll make folk that don't like you have to tell you. And you know, I don't know how you got this job. See, what they're really saying is they was angling for their homeboy and homegirl to get it, but their homeboy and homegirl didn't know God.
Ooh.
I don't know how you got this job. This didn't even exist before you showed up at the company. Now, ain't that something? So it couldn't have been a position I asked for, because you don't have the sense to ask for what don't exist.
Amen.
We ain't got that kind of faith in God yet. Watch this. Only in matters of the throne will I be greater than you.
Jesus.
Is it heavy enough yet? Ready or not?
Yes.
41, watch this.
Then Pharaoh said to Joseph, see, I have set you over all the land of Egypt.
He's rehearsing this in his ears because I need you to understand what I just did, son. I don't care what you think about it. A shift just occurred.
Yes.
I didn't ask nobody, could I do it? I have set you over how much?
All the land of Egypt.
Now, while that's being settled in you, let me show you what I'm going to do. Watch the rest of this, 42.
And Pharaoh took off his signet ring from his hand and put it on Joseph's hand.
A hand that had never been on before, but his only. Y'all ain't getting this. Watch this.
And arrayed him in official vestments of fine linen and put a gold chain about his neck.
Like this was his son, but he ain't.
Yeah.
Watch this.
He made him to ride in the second chariot which he had, and officials cried before him, bow the knee, and he set him over all the land of Egypt.
He didn't just put him in charge privately.
Yeah.
He made him ride around the whole country so that everybody could, hey! Break dance, bow down, bow down. I don't care what you think about it. This ain't a regular cat no more. You see what he wearing on? You see the ring he got on? He didn't take it. It was given to him. I need the whole country to understand something. This is the man. Pharaoh made him to ride. I don't care who don't like it.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy.
How serious is this? 44, here he comes.
And Pharaoh said to Joseph, I am Pharaoh, and without you shall no man lift up his hand or foot in all the land of Egypt.
Well, then who is Joseph now? Did you hear what he said?
Yeah.
I wish a joker would. Say or do something, and I find out they didn't ask you, could they do it? Did you hear the Pharaoh?
Yeah.
Without you, bet nobody better not lift this foot or hand to do nothing unless they done came through you about it. That's some serious business.
Yes, sir.
Watch this. Watch this. This is serious. We got the dream, we got the plan, we got the leader. Watch this. Go to verse 47. Now, and just so you know, newsflash, you can look for it all you want. A specific blessing will overtake you only because you chose to come to the house of the Lord, even with the rain or the threat of rain, when people stayed at home because it's raining, but those same jokers went to work today. See what I mean? I need my bread. And that's what's wrong with your life. You think you need your job bread, but you don't need God's bread. That's another story. Watch this. 47.
In the 7 abundant years, the earth brought forth by handfuls for each seed planted.
Did you hear that? For every... Jamie, you ain't here. This is how we say it in the street. People making money. Hand over fist. I don't know where you live. Watch this. That, I mean, it's just coming, man. When you make money hand over fist, it's just coming. You spend with no regard because more coming. Don't have a job to pay weekly. And it's a nice check weekly. You spend with no regard. You blow through your whole check, and you have the nerve, the audacity. You will borrow money. I get paid Friday. It takes a certain ethnicity that can spend money before we get money. We that good. We all the second and third check down the week, like we're gonna still be working here. Yeah, you ain't worried about this check coming. You done already spent that. Watch this. The 7 came, and boy, just like he said, it brought forth handfuls.
For each seed planted. Wow.
I mean, God blessed like they couldn't believe. Now let's see if we followed the plan. 48.
And he gathered up all the surplus.
What's this? Did you see that? Not the regular,
Yeah.
not the plenty.
Yeah.
I just need 20% of the grain. Come on.
Surplus food of the 7 good years in the land of Egypt, and stored up the food in the cities. He stored away in each city the food from the fields around it.
Newsflash. Where did Joseph live? Did he not sow seed? Yes, he did. Did he not have a regular harvest? Yes, he did. Did plenty not come on what he planted? Yes, it did. Did grape not come on top of the plenty? Yes, it did. So Joseph got to enjoy life just like they did. But while enjoying life, he made sure he put the 20% to the side. Because what I know is, as good as life is right now,
Yeah. It's gonna be a time.
something is coming around the corner. Watch this. Watch this. 49, watch this.
And Joseph gathered grain as the sand of the sea, very much, until he stopped counting.
That's when you know it's too much. Now he was counting. Well, after a while, Sean, it got so much for it.
Could not be measured.
Hey, just put it in there. How much we got? I don't care now. Yeah, just put it in there. Just jam it in there. I mean, we done ran out of space. Hey, man, jam it in there. Watch this. I want y'all to let part. Go to 53. Where is this 7 years happening at?
Egypt.
Who's seeing it happen?
Joseph and Pharaoh.
And who else?
Pharaoh, his servants.
Egyptians.
Yeah.
Enjoying the great life.
Yeah.
Everybody gaining weight. Because we got stuff we didn't work for. All we eating good. You know nothing about this. See, in the real place in Chicago, the poor folk that couldn't enjoy it, they would break it, a little piece off there, they used to call it a rib tip. Because you couldn't afford the real rib, so you just got the tip off the end. Well, see, when folk, we knew when you got paid. Because you went in, if you asked for a slab of ribs, see, that's the whole big part. See, if you came in talking about, I need rib tips, we know you ain't got no money. You just want to broke off the end. Y'all watch this. They wasn't eating rib tips. Y'all ain't hear none of this.
Yeah.
Y'all, they ordered slabs of ribs. And you want one? You want one? You want one? He ain't mine. I'm getting a whole slab for myself. Y'all eating good. Here it comes, 53.
When the 7 years of plenty were ended in the land of Egypt.
Because how many know it was going to run out?
Yeah.
You got to be a little older. Y'all, in the 90s, almost everybody was making good money. I don't know who the president was. Most of the 90s, I mean, we were spending money, man. Everybody was working. Everybody's money was flowing good. We were rolling. And right around 2000 or so, something changed. And we weren't living as good as we were in the 90s. Because with all of that good living, guess what nobody doing?
Saving.
We were spending money like it was going out of style. Watch this. The 7 years of plenty were ended because he said they would. Now, when you go from 53 to 54, what's going to kick in now? Yeah. But before the famine kicked in, guess what's going to kick in before the famine? Whatever I have put to the side. Because I knew it was coming. God did it to a heathen nation. So why is the believer always caught off guard? Like we ain't never connected to God. We don't. Everything is always a surprise for us. Oh, what? God don't never clue us in. We don't never know nothing. We're always reactionary. We ain't never proactive. We don't ever know nothing before it's gonna break off. Watch this. Unnecessary suffering. Where was the plenty at?
In Egypt.
Only.
Yeah.
Watch this. 54.
The 7 years of scarcity and famine began to come, as Joseph had said they would.
Watch this though.
The famine was in all the surrounding lands, but in all of Egypt there was food.
Why was it food only in Egypt? Because in Egypt there was a man of God who heard a word from God and created a plan from the word of God
Jesus.
and exercised the plan.
Wow.
Why wasn't there no food nowhere else? Because the rest of the lands got regular blessing. They didn't get plenty and great. They didn't even know plenty had come and had gone. But the famine was in all the lands. Well then, Christ, when you look at 54, then 54 was not a test to see if Egypt could survive. 54 was a test to see if Egypt could sustain the world. And that's why we ain't got nothing today. Because we are so selfish in our blessings. We think when God truly blesses us, it's just for us. And sometimes God blesses us with extra to see, who are you prepared to sustain? That's why we're not blessed like mama. That's why we're not blessed like grandmama. Because see, mama would cook, grandmama would cook, and without notification. This ain't just 1 or 2 people from the church. It's 7 or 8 or 9 people from the church. And we ain't got no Jesus in us. And we was at church all day, every day, 9 times a week.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Why didn't they come over before now? Why somebody always got to come over right when mama cooking? Here come mama. Well, hey, y'all come on in. Y'all hungry? Now, we looking at this table. And what mama cooking? Now, hey, we trying to make sure it's enough. You didn't invite 9 more people to the table? I tell you what, I bet you ain't going to bed hungry. This us as kids, we ain't saved. Ain't no Jesus with $100 with our selfish tail. But because mama was gracious and knew that if God let them come by some kind of way, God gonna make a way.
Yes.
Y'all, in time after time after time, we ate, the 7 ate, everybody left, and when it was time to clean up, you ain't gonna believe this, it was something to put in the refrigerator. What you would call a
Leftover.
can you have leftovers if 30 people just ate? You can have leftovers when God is in the business.
Come on.
That's right.
Y'all watch this. Watch this. Because at the time, God wanted to see, are you willing to not only just receive the blessing, can you sustain somebody else?
Come on.
Y'all, and every time somebody knocked, mama didn't never have to say, I don't have nothing for y'all. It was always something for them to eat as well as us. But in all of Egypt, there was food. 55.
But when all the land of Egypt was weakened with hunger,
Here's where we finna settle at.
the people there cried to Pharaoh for food.
Stop! Who crying?
Surrounding.
Oh no. When all the land was
Weakened.
how? You know how they were weakened with hunger? Because while enjoying the good living, nobody was following the man of God. Who did he tell couldn't save? What verse did we read where they were forbidden to save? If anybody had been listening to the man of God and watching the man of God, if he's saving, look like we should be saving.
Yeah.
That's right.
And if this 20% is going to kill us, we should have been dead.
Oh, great.
I mean, because after all, the 20% didn't cheat us out of no living. Tell the truth. He gave us all of the regular, all of the plenty, and 80% of the great. If that wasn't enough for you, you didn't need nothing.
That's right.
If the 20% stagnated your enjoyment of life, you wasn't going to enjoy it. Watch this. This don't make no sense then. The people are crying when they should have been celebrating because we were blessed, we saved, We have. Problem. The people cried to
Pharaoh
for.
food.
You missed the point. They bypassed. Because in their mind, I never regarded you anyway. If I don't regard you in the good, I ignore you in my time of trouble. Anybody hear nothing I'm saying? And unfortunately, the one that you regarded in the times of good and ignored in the times of trouble was the one Pharaoh put in position to navigate you through the whole 14 years. Sidebar. Church, you know why we struggle on multiple levels? Because in lessons like this, you think what I'm saying is my words and not God's words. That's why we struggle.
Yeah.
And the reason Christ nobody listened to Joseph was because it was a heathen nation. They weren't used to listening to God.
Yeah.
And if you won't hear God, you won't hear the man of God. Newsflash, God don't struggle.
Yep.
Watch this. Why was it food in Egypt, but the people are crying? Because they blew through all of it.
Yep.
The man of God said, put 20% aside. I ain't get to do what he said. That's somebody Pharaoh put in place. He ain't my Pharaoh.
Don't tell me what to do.
I'm grown.
That's right.
Tell me what to do.
That's right.
Yeah.
Be grown and broke. Be it all. I'm grown. Get your grown tail out of here. Get broke with it. Watch this. Pharaoh, help us! Newsflash. And Pharaoh said to them all, do what?
Go to Joseph. What he says to you, do.
Watch this. I can't tell you how tragic it is. Shalonda, this is what I get. I get people coming to me in 55 in the time of trouble, when if you just saw me a few verses earlier, you could have bypassed all of that.
Ooh, come on.
Yep. See, to respond to God and the man of God, we shout. But because we don't respond, we cry. Anybody hearing nothing I'm saying? What Pharaoh is saying is, I put him in charge in the good.
Yeah.
What was you at then?
Right.
Well, Pharaoh, we were ignoring him in the good. That ain't my problem. I meant what I said. I put him in charge for a reason. He showed me something when nobody else could.
Wow.
He demonstrated he had a God connection. If I had enough sense to put him over my house, why wouldn't he over your house?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody hearing nothing I'm saying. Pharaoh is the man, and yet he humbled himself and put a foreigner over his whole house. Y'all like we didn't read it?
Yeah.
He said, only in the throne will I be greater than you. Other than that, you run the show. Now, if he was over my house, why wasn't he over your house? Watch this. 56, watch this.
When the famine was over all the land, Joseph opened all the storehouses and sold to the Egyptians.
What?
To the Egyptians.
Why are they having to buy?
Because it didn't say it.
They did not say.
It costs us when we don't follow God's instructions. When we should have been shouting and celebrating, now we're paying. We of all people should not be paying because the word of God is too rich. Then why are we his people always the brokest one in the circle? Because we want to shout about being in the presence of his word, but not responding to his word. Watch this. The only people, Jamie, who should have been buying were those from the surrounding nations.
Exactly. That's right.
Because they didn't know it was plenty in Egypt. All they know is this famine. We ain't got nothing. They were supposed to buy. Egypt was supposed to sell as a nation, not as an individual. Why the Egyptians ain't got nothing? You didn't hear the man of God. You didn't follow the plan of God. And now you're stuck with the extremes of God. He opened the storehouses and sold. For the famine, do what?
Grew extremely distressing in the land of Egypt.
57, watch this.
And all countries came to Egypt to Joseph to buy grain, because the famine was severe over all the known.
It should have only been 57 and not 56. We expect all countries to come and buy. The plenty was only in Egypt. The famine was everywhere else. The only people who were caught off guard in the 14-year turnaround was anybody outside of. So the fact that Egyptians didn't have nothing was a shame on them. The fact that people of God suffer unnecessarily is not shame on God. Watch this. Go to Genesis 47:14. We're almost there. Watch this. Anybody getting this? It's heartbreaking for a parent. You got kids in college. They get a little refund checks or whatever, and you tell them, don't spend all your money. I know you're going to spend some. Listen to your mama, listen to your daddy. Go get a certain amount right now. Open up a checking account, put it in the bank. Don't bother. How many know we can hear? How many know we understand English? But when we hang up the phone, we say with our grown tail, this is my money. This is my juke joint. I do what I want to do. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. And how many know it don't take long?
It don't take long. It don't take long.
You got to make another phone call. Mama, can you what? Hello? Hello? It's a bad connection. Can I let you what? Didn't you just have?
Yeah.
Where is all of that?
That's right.
Well, see, I couldn't hold it and stay silent. I had to announce that I had a couple of dollars. And so all my friends with money, they had me out of mine. Yeah. But then when I asked them, they ain't got no money. Well, they got money. They just know how to tell you no. You didn't know how to say no. Oh, I'm preaching better than y'all saying amen.
Amen.
Watch this. Joseph what?
And Joseph gathered up all the money that was found in the land of Egypt.
That ain't right. The Egyptians should have been benefiting, and they could have saved their own money if they just did what the man of God said. I got to do what he said. You sure don't. Watch this. He had all the money that was found in the land of Egypt and
in the land of Canaan in payment for the grain which they bought.
Why are they having to buy grain? They didn't save nothing.
Jesus.
Wow. And Joseph?
Brought the money into Pharaoh's house.
When it should have been in their house.
Wow.
The only money that should have been coming into Egypt was from Canaan.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all missing all of this. 15.
And when the money was exhausted in
And it will be.
In the land of Egypt and in the land of Canaan, all the Egyptians came to Joseph and said, give us food.
They begged. Why?
They ain't got no money.
How do you beg when God has blessed you with regular, plenty, and great for 7 straight years?
Jesus.
And weeks into the famine, you ain't got. You ever had your kid ask you for $5, you give him a 20? And the next day, which makes you ask the all-important question. Did you ask me for $5? Yeah. What I give you? 20? Where's the 15 at? See what had happened was, why a story got to go with it? Let's get to it. You asked for 5 because that's all you could handle. See, the parent tried to be nice and gave you an extra 15, and you discovered, this one money I know what to do with.
We call it burning your pocket.
Watch this. Now you got a bag. Give us food.
Why should we die before your very eyes? For we have no money left.
Whose fault is that?
It's your own fault.
Now you jamming Joseph up like it's his fault.
Yeah.
Why are you blaming the man that's saved when it wasn't his fault?
Yeah.
Y'all watch this. We got people, and it's in every church. People who give the less, beg the most. Now put that on the t-shirt.
With the cross.
People who give the least, beg the most. And when you come to the church and we tell you we ain't got it, I almost cussed right there.
Thank you, Lord.
What kind of church is? What kind of church is? It's the kind you go to. I can't believe y'all ain't got no money. I can't believe it either. Let's pull up your name in the finance records. Let's count the zeros behind your name. You don't buy no meat, but you pack 4 plates every time we have something to eat. What kind of foolishness is that? I come in on meat. It's all in your refrigerator. Then when we silence you out of here, now you got an attitude. I don't feel like no vegetarian. We didn't either. It's budget meeting. You can't give, silence you out of here. So we can provide enough salad to feed 500 people for $2.
Amen.
Hallelujah that. Watch this. Give us food. We ain't got no more money. That sounds like a personal problem to me. You should have money. Watch this. Watch this, y'all. This is sad. This is unnecessary suffering.
Yes.
All behind you squandered everything God blessed you with.
Jesus.
Stop. Sidebar. If he'd have asked, brother, what's your name again?
Max.
No, say the whole thing. Max what? Maximilian.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's a good name. I got to use that right there. Is it unfair if God would have just blessed with regular and asked for 20% out of that?
I'm sorry, can you repeat
Is that, would that be unfair?
that? No.
Okay, I'll let you have the whole regular. I'm going to put plenty on top of that. Can I get 20% out of the plenty? Is that unfair?
No, sir.
Okay, I'm going to let you have the whole plenty. That's extra. I'm going to put great on top of that. Can I get 20 out of the great? Is that unfair? Then why is it unreasonable for you to burn through 100% of the regular, 100% of the plenty, and 100% of the great? And you got the nerve to be demanding what? I demand you get your tail over in that line and wait. At this point, who owes you?
Nobody.
Why are you in the hungry line?
And listen, take heed.
And why are you in the hungry line with attitude? I want a ravioli. Oh, I'm sorry, you're in the wrong line. I need you in the napkin line. Yeah, get up to the edge of this table. I need nothing but napkins on here. I bet you appreciate the ravioli line now, don't you? Watch this. Give us food. Why should we die before you're there? We ain't got no more money. 16, here he comes.
Joseph said, you should read it then.
What?
No, it's just your anger. Go ahead. You go ahead.
Come on.
Come on, I'm trying to
No,
tell you. Come
hey, well,
on.
give up the livestock then.
That's right.
Yeah, you ain't got no more money? What else you got at the house? This is let's make a deal.
Yep.
I will give you food for exchange for them if your money is gone.
See, you read it better.
That's cold, ain't it?
Yeah.
But is it really cold?
No.
Nope.
No.
It sure isn't.
You're not in this position because of Joseph.
That's right.
Get a mirror.
Lord have
mercy.
Jesus.
I could have done better. I'm pitiful. I couldn't save 20%.
Crazy. On top
I
of
had
that.
to spend everything.
Come on now.
I burnt through my whole check. I didn't save nothing. Wow. Guess what? Because even though you're an Egyptian, and even though you were blessed with it, the savings that has now been put up ain't for free. Y'all, when we don't obey God and it has to come another way, God ain't obligated.
Yeah.
God is only obligated to bless when we do it the way He said.
That's right.
Ain't nobody hearing nothing I'm saying.
So
17.
So they brought their livestock to Joseph,
Oh.
and he gave them food in exchange for the horses, flocks, cattle of the herds, and the donkeys, and he supplied them with food in exchange for all their livestock that year.
Wait a minute. Year number 1, Jamie, I had to pay
Yeah, to get.
all my money.
Yeah.
Year number 2, I ain't got no more money. All their
Livestock.
Now I'm out of money and I'm out of livestock. 5 more years of this to go? It's finna get tight. Wait, hurry, pray. Y'all can't handle this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Lead 18.
When the year was ended, they came to Joseph the second year and said to him, "We will not hide from my Lord the fact."
Oh, now he the Lord. That's really at the end of the second year. 3 years in. Oh, now he the Lord? Newsflash. He should have been the Lord 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
We will not hide from my Lord what?
The fact that our money is spent.
I got all your livestock. I know that. Tell me something I don't know. Come on.
My Lord also has our herds of livestock.
No, I just have the livestock. They ain't yours no more. You sold that.
Yeah, there's no.
There ain't no owl. Mine.
There is nothing left in the sight of my Lord.
Listen at this.
But our bodies and our lands.
Wow.
Did you hear him? Where we at?
I'm coming your servant.
You ain't got.
Nothing but yourself and land.
Sidebar. Do you know how much debt this country is in? Do you know what debt means?
We owe somebody.
You won't say it loud though.
We owe somebody.
And when margin calls, that means I need for you to pay
They up.
what you owe. And we don't accept your fake paper money. What will you give in exchange to clear the debt? Actually, what I want you to see is, in a few more days, by the will of God, that's what America's going to have to say.
Yep.
When margin calls, hey, we ain't got nothing but our bodies and our land.
We already getting it.
But when you got to pay, you got to pay. Watch what Joseph says.
Why should we perish
It's the people.
before your eyes, both we and our land?
Listen at what they say.
Buy us and our land in exchange for food.
Good. Buy our land, and we agree. We was free Egyptian citizens. But because of a mismanagement of the blessings of God and a lack of obeying the man of God and following the man of God, we are going to exchange freedom for slavery.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Not because he made them, but because they chose it. This wasn't his idea.
That's their idea.
Lord have mercy.
Their choice.
Hey, buy us and our land because we so hungry.
In exchange for food.
Wait. What we finna do the next couple more years? It's 7 total. In 3 or 4 years in, we all ready to, I done bought you in your land. What you finna exchange next year?
Give us seed to plant.
I want you to see that. And our lands will be servants to.
Oh yeah. And we and our land will be servants to Pharaoh.
Now he on.
Everything. What I'm selling to you gonna be mine.
When if we'd have just responded to the word of God through the man of God, they would have been saying this to the Canaanites. Because they were the only ones that didn't have a plan. Unnecessary suffering. Not for the Egyptians. How shall they hear? Without a preacher. That's what Romans 10 says. Y'all like that? He didn't buy the priest's land.
Only the priest's land he did not buy, for the priests had a fixed pension from Pharaoh and lived on the amount Pharaoh gave them, so they did not sell their land.